Mahagun Moderne. The name itself evokes a sense of modernity and aspiration. Nestled in the bustling city of Noida, this sprawling residential complex was once a symbol of upward mobility and a promise of a better life. For many residents, it was a dream come true. They poured their hard-earned savings into buying their own piece of paradise. They envisioned a safe and comfortable life for themselves and their families. However, that dream has slowly begun to unravel. Over the years, Mahagun Moderne has become embroiled in a web of controversies and challenges. From disputed leadership to allegations of financial irregularities, the residents find themselves grappling with a host of issues that threaten their very way of life. A battle for their rights. The issues are complex and multifaceted, stemming from a lack of transparency and accountability within the system. The residents, once united by a shared dream, are now divided and disillusioned. They feel let down by the very people who were entrusted with their well-being. The story of Mahagun Moderne is not an isolated one. It reflects a larger malaise that plagues many housing societies across India. The lack of effective regulation and oversight has created a breeding ground for corruption and mismanagement. As a result, residents are often left to fend for themselves, their voices drowned out in the corridors of power. The fight for justice is an arduous one, often fraught with legal hurdles and bureaucratic roadblocks. Yet amidst the despair, there's also hope. Hope that by shedding light on these issues, by amplifying the voices of the residents, change can be effected. At the heart of the turmoil in Mahagun Moderne lies a protracted dispute over the Apartment Owners Association, or AOA. The AOA, meant to represent the interests of the residents, has become a point of contention. Residents allege that the current AOA leadership has been functioning without proper elections for an unacceptably long period. They demand fresh elections, a chance to choose representatives who will genuinely work for their welfare. Their demands are not unfounded. Allegations of financial irregularities have cast a long shadow over the AOA's functioning. Residents point to a lack of transparency in the management of the society's funds. They claim that crores of rupees collected as maintenance fees have been misused. Basic amenities are in a state of disrepair. Lifts malfunction frequently. Security is lax. The promised swimming pool remains a distant dream. In September 2024, tensions reached a boiling point. Residents staged protests demanding the removal of the current AOA leadership and the institution of fresh elections. The situation escalated when allegations surfaced of the AOA resorting to intimidation tactics to silence dissenting voices. Residents alleged harassment and threats for daring to question the status quo. The Noida authority, responsible for overseeing the functioning of housing societies, has been urged to intervene and resolve the impasse. Beyond the AOA disputes, residents of Mahagun Moderne grapple with a pervasive sense of insecurity. The tragic death of 76-year-old resident Krishna Narang in October 2023 sent shockwaves through the community. Narang was fatally struck by an SUV driven by another resident within the complex. The incident, while deemed an accident, exposed the lack of adequate safety measures within Mahagun Moderne. Concerns about speeding vehicles, inadequate lighting, and the lack of proper traffic management have plagued the society for years. Residents allege that their repeated complaints have fallen on deaf ears. The absence of a sense of security has cast a pall over the lives of the residents, particularly the elderly and children. Adding to their woes, residents have also raised concerns about the quality of drinking water supplied to their homes. Tests have revealed high levels of total dissolved solids, rendering the water unfit for consumption. Prolonged consumption of such water poses serious health risks, particularly to children and the elderly. Despite the myriad challenges they face, the residents of Mahagun Moderne have not given up hope. They continue to fight for their rights, drawing strength from their collective spirit. They have formed resident welfare associations using social media platforms to amplify their voices and garner support. The fight for a better tomorrow is far from over. It is a fight against apathy, against corruption, and against the systemic neglect that has allowed such situations to fester. The residents of Mahagun Moderne, much like countless others across the country, are determined to reclaim their right to a safe, healthy, and dignified life. Their struggle is a reminder that the pursuit of a dream, however arduous, is a fight worth fighting. It is a testament to the indomitable spirit of ordinary people who refuse to be mere bystanders in the face of injustice.